This week's bonus pod is a replay of the REVB Mastermind on Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. This week, we went into how to use Gamma and ChatGPT and AI to create more lead magnets in less time to convert more business. Tune in and let me know what you think. Welcome to the REVB Marketing Mastermind. Happy Monday. I'm excited for this week's call. We've got Kelly Melody here today, who she's a pro at using AI to build beautiful lead magnets. And so we're going to be talking about that today. Let's go. What's up, Kelly?
Hey guys, happy to be here. Super excited to share what we've been working on.
We are just super happy to have you here and just a little bit more Kelly, a little less Josh. It's going to be great.
Yeah, so for you guys who don't know, I am Kelly and we're doing a little brand shifting for me. I am digital marketing and lead generation for the F3 home team in Jacksonville, St. Johns County area of Florida. And so just background, Josh is the rainmaker for our team. So Josh Rogers, we are running the local news updates that we have gotten from Bill Olson and Katie. And that has been wildly successful for us. Josh does it with AI Avatar. And we started, gosh, in April. So we're at like 7 months of running the local news media play. And for the first 5 months of that, we had zero leads whatsoever. So full disclosure, like we were putting out like 2 to 3 videos a day, and we did it for several months and nothing. And it's really fun to do all of this, but at the end of the day, if you're not getting leads, it doesn't really matter. So we needed to shift into more of a conversion mindset and just putting, hey, I'm a local realtor, reach out to me, and hoping that people reach out to you isn't a strategy. We like to say hope is not a strategy. So we needed to get really intentional with what we were doing to get some leads on the channel. We started with pull funnels, which was working, but we always like to diversify what we're doing and have different pillars. So while pull funnels was our first pillar, our second, thanks to Katie and her mini chat demonstration that she did on another RevB call, it was time for us to start running with mini chat. But when you do mini chat, you have to have something to offer people. And that was the bottleneck in our system. We created a beautiful relocation guide last year. I worked on it with ChatGPT. And you guys, it took me 2 hours a day for an entire week. So 10 hours to create a guide isn't scalable for us in the content that we're doing and the amount of leads that we want to generate. So I needed to find something and to create these guides a lot faster. And I did. And I'm here to share with you guys that program and then also our workflow process for creating our guides.
So
Let's go.
let's go. As we get into this, there were many people that were posting in Facebook and school saying, "Hey guys, does anyone have a guide for insert thing here?" Because many people had said like, "Yo, we have this guide, comment this or DM me for the guide." And then you like didn't actually have the guide. Can you drop in the chat if you need a guide or you already offered one out to the interwebs? Like, what is it? Is it a buyer's guide? Is it the best neighborhoods? I want like the actual thing. I love
Yeah,
Dylan
what
Melody.
what guides
What
what
is
guides
the
have you thought
guide?
about
A
creating?
relocation guide.
Yeah.
Dylan, love it. What else?
Ooh,
Yep.
Any
military,
holiday,
probate.
probate, first time buyers, new construction, military. Okay, I love this. Some people already offer a guide, but now we're going to show you how to make more of them and faster.
Yeah, we're going to show you how you can make like 5 guides a day in an hour. So we will hop in. I'm going to show you guys the first one that I kind of just played around with and created. It was the first one that we offered on MiniChat, and we got over 250 opt-ins for our guide. So I will share my screen, and the program that we
All
use
right.
is called Gamma. So it's Gamma AI, and it's free. or you can use the pro version. We have the pro version, and the difference is it will give you some more AI image creation tools if you have the upgraded Gamma account. So we did that because visuals is huge for us. This is the first one that I created. It's for a really cool niche farm community in our area.
And when you say farm, you mean actual farms?
We mean actual 10-acre lots. So it's a very niche buyer, but we knew that it would be something that the population of our area would be so interested in. So created this guide. It took me 10 minutes to create this with a prompt in ChatGPT, and then Gamma just boop, 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 created this beautiful guide.
Kelly,
Yeah.
I always appreciate a good boop boop boop. Like that's what I'm looking for. What so when you send this out, is this just like a link and it's bringing you to something like this? Does this export as a PDF? Like what kind of format does this come in?
All of the above. So we're using the link. So I'll just scroll quickly, but all this formatting was done automatically. I didn't do it at all. It
Yeah.
just took the information and did that. When you want to share it out, so if you want to use this in mini chat, you can share. You can just share the link directly right here, copy link. That's what we do. And so we set our mini chat up to just take people to this direct link, or you can export it. You can export it to PDF as Google Slides, PNG. So whatever you want to do and however you would like to offer it to your audience.
So let's go back.
Yeah.
Prompting, all that fun stuff. Like how much information are you giving Gamma for it to give you this pretty nice presentation?
Not a ton of information. So for this first one that we created, I had the info guide that we got from the developer. So you guys know when you go to a new construction community, they'll give you, the info sheets and maybe there's a few builders. If you take those, that's what I had. I took it and I just uploaded that guide to ChatGPT, and I asked it to pull out all of the information that a potential buyer for this area would want to know, questions that they would ask. I took that and then I told ChatGPT, okay, take this information and create a Gamma prompt for me. It did. I pasted it into Gamma, and within 5 minutes, that was the result. Was that beautifully laid out lead magnet.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool. And like anything else, I'm just gonna throw a disclaimer out to the crew here. Like the more you use this thing, you'll figure out how to make it work. So Melody is gonna grab all this information. She's gonna do what Kelly just said. She's gonna put it in there, and she's not gonna be super happy with it. She's gonna be like, "What the heck?" And like, yeah, it's gonna take some practice, but Gamma is pretty good at spitting you out a good enough.
Yeah, and I've worked with ChatGPT to create a Gamma prompt for these little community guides that I'm creating. And so I've got that, and I will share our GPT, our custom GPT with you guys too, that you can
I
take,
love that.
modify for y'all's local area or community and yourselves, and then you can just use that to work with in your own ChatGPT and create your own prompt based on ours.
And I also love using chat to create prompts. I mean, chat is a little bit distracted. If you know, like the AI world, ChatGPT is like the overzealous person that just loves giving you stuff and it's not always correct. But chat is really good, in my experience, at writing prompts. So if you tell chat, hey, I need a prompt for Gamma, I want to make this presentation, like it usually gives you a pretty good prompt to start with to then pull into Gamma and make work.
Yeah, that first one was super basic, and I was kind of just playing with it to begin with. And then that's what it shot out, was that beautiful like presentation. Now the images in it, we did have from being out at the community. So if you've got images already, like if you've gone out and just created a Google Drive of all the different photos of the community, definitely that helps that you can upload your own images. But if you don't have them, Gamma will automatically create placeholders with AI images based on the information.
So good.
Well,
All
I
right.
mean, I feel like just thinking about this from a tactical standpoint, like, okay, you have an area that you want to go do a lead magnet for, right? So like maybe whether you're doing long form, short form, property tours, whatever, you go out to the community, you get a bunch of pictures, you do a couple video tours of the community, and then you can create the lead magnet with those pictures and video and plug all of that into your thing where it's also the video that you have on your YouTube or your TikTok or your Instagram or whatever, right? Like,
Don't you love the way Katie's mind thinks?
I mean, is that just me?
When she
You're already there.
starts
Take the
going,
pictures, right?
yeah. I
Exactly.
love it. Terry, what you got?
So, Kelly, I had a question. I used Gamma for the first time this morning to recreate my probate book. I've already had it, but I just wanted to see what it would come up with. And I see on here that it says made with Gamma on the bottom of each card. Does that always there and stays there, or do you somehow get rid of it?
You can get rid of it, and you can get rid of it with a free account even. I created a Gamma that for a presentation that I did for my team on a free account, and I was able to remove the made with Gamma on it.
Okay, and the other thing, like I use Canva a lot, and I felt like this was pretty restrictive in the text, that you couldn't do any kind of effects or anything like that. Am I missing something?
Maybe not. Disclaimer, if you love Canva, that's awesome. And so I kind of left that out of the beginning of it. If you were at Rise, Dre was on stage saying that Canva was for everyone, and I laughed because Canva is not for me. Even when we purchased a template off of Etsy and loaded it into Canva, I still screw it up. So for me, who is Canva illiterate, I'm good with what Gamma does. We've got a rule for us, 75% is good enough. And if it's good enough information, then it goes out. And so for us, for me, when I'm creating these, if it leverages my time and it's good enough, that's fine. It doesn't have to be fancy.
Yeah,
So that's
this will be the difference, Terry, I think, in this strategy, because I know a lot of us like Mel Kelly, I do love Canva. I am the Canva tribe. And I like making things all look pretty and everything else. But I also know it takes me hours to do what you just did in Gamma quickly. And so Gamma probably won't, I probably definitely won't have all the great customization and design tools as something like a Canva. But the way we're looking at this is you can get something good faster in 75% of the way there.
Or here's the thing, is like gamma it up, get the entire flow and then plug it into your template, or have a VA plug it into your template, right? Like I think this doesn't have to be the solution. It could be like I often will have chat write the thing and then I plug it into my own thing, formatted how I want to with my crazy brain in Canva or in whatever, right? So yeah.
And we overthink how much that matters. Like we overthink.
It could also be a Word doc with all of these words in
side,
it, right?
Yeah.
Well,
and
and
Terry,
that's what
I'm saying that
too.
like I know it's we is greater than me. Like we is me. I overthink it. So I'm right there with you on that side.
Yeah, and I'm guessing that my font style really doesn't matter to anybody as long as it's legible.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can, Gamma does offer some customizations with the font style and colors and themes and things like that. So you can switch it up a little bit. But at the end of the day, whatever it spits out for us is good enough just to get that information out into the world, to get the leads to opt in for it. That's our ultimate goal, is to get the opt-ins for it.
I like it. So we're using Gamma, and Josh, I love you, eating lunch too.
Can we go? I just want to get
ahead.
that reminder from Kelly again, because that's a great reminder for people like me. The goal is not to have a guide that people read because they're not going to read it. The goal is to get the opt-in. The goal is to get the opt-in. That's don't just pass over that.
So
yeah.
Some of us create a guide and we think it's because everyone's going to go through the guide meticulously and follow it, and they are
Ray's
not.
47-page guide to the best hikes in Arkansas.
That he
Is it
spent
actually-
so much time on.
Yeah. Okay.
Are
So
you yelling at me right now?
there's a lot of questions about the logistics, but I just want to make sure, like, okay, you did the first one where you took the information from the sales center, you gave it, and that was the source. What are some other ways that you're creating these as far as sources?
Yeah, so now that we have Gamma and we've used it and it's been successful, now what I'm doing, thanks to Bill Olson, it's really streamlining. Like now I have a system. The first one worked, I kind of patchworked it together. I know it works. So now our goal is to scale it and systematize it. So now I'm building guides for communities that we haven't been to, nor are we planning to go to. So how do I get this information if I don't have the builder info guides? So now what we are doing is we're getting local news updates, right? So that's our whole play. We had one come up on a community called Diamond Springs in our area. It's not super close to us. We're not going to go out to it, but we are going to create a local news story on it. So what I can do is Google. I'm going to my friend Google. I'm finding the website for the community from the developer for the different builders that are in the area. I'm copying those links and I'm tossing it, thanks to Bill, into Notebook LM. I can go on YouTube. If other people have already done videos on this community, I'm copying their YouTube video link and I'm pasting it into Notebook LM.
Kelly, I don't want to sidetrack you, but someone asked in the chat, might you screen share and just give us a glimpse of kind of what this looks
I'll walk
like?
you through the entire process.
And also, Bill, real quick, like give me a quick 10-second of why Notebook LM. Like, what is Notebook LM and where does it shine?
So Notebook LM is a source-based model, so it will only pull from the info that you give it and not hallucinate and try and fill in the blanks. So if you want to build a full guide for everything REVB, just give it all of the videos that you guys have ever done, and it will only give you answers based on what you guys talked about.
Whoa, Bill, slow your roll here, man.
We want people to be surprised when there's the REVB book of all things.
The book of all things.
Tim wrote it, didn't you know? But here's an idea, right? I mean, Kelly already has it pulled up, but like the thing that I was thinking of is like there are many of people on this call that do long form YouTube. Like drop a 1 in the chat if you do YouTubes about living in your area, right? And so you could take those videos, you could put them into a notebook, and then you could have Notebook LM basically distill that video down into bullet points that could be a lead magnet.
Mm-hmm.
So Kelly, go ahead.
Yeah, so I'll show you, I did a Gamma and I'll show you the Gamma for this community that's already done. But what I did was I pulled these resources off the internet. So all of these are web pages and I just copied and pasted the link into Notebook LM. So I can add a source. You can take stuff from your Google Drive. You can take, and this is what I do. I copy the website links and I copy YouTube videos that are on the specific community that I'm looking for. And then when I hit enter, Notebook LM summarizes all of that information. And Bill made an excellent point. It will only gather information from the sources that you give it. So it's not going to like go rogue chat GPT on you and start making up things about this community that isn't true. So I'm only pulling it from the developer website, from the home builder website. So all the information in here is what is true and what is reported. So I can ask it, what information would a potential buyer find informative for a guide?
And I don't know if you guys noticed this, but when she clicked on sources, she highlighted that you can upload a file, Google Workspace, like Google Drive, website, YouTube, or paste text. The supported file types are like PDFs, Word docs, web pages, .jpeg, image files. Like you can upload almost any file type. So like as she said, they just took the images from a community. Like you could just take photos. But continue.
So this is what Notebook LM sourced all of these websites. So I didn't have to take my time reading them and looking over all of it. It pulled all the information off of these websites for me. And it's got information about financing, on the buying process, construction progress, warranty services. So anything that's on here, the neighborhood, the schools, shopping options. So all of this is in here. From here, I copy and paste what it gives me, and then I paste it. Well, I copy it. Oops. So I copy it from here, and then I go to ChatGPT, and I already told ChatGPT that you guys are going to watch me do this live. So I told it to behave.
Don't screw it up, guys.
So I said, please behave yourself, chat. And then I'm going to say, this is for the Laurelton community. And normally I would be speaking to my ChatGPT. Laurelton community and info is below.
Drop a 1 in the chat if you talk to your AI. Drop a 2 in the chat if you're still typing. Interesting. It's almost like a 50-50.
And Rad's over here dropping a 3.
Yeah. What do you do to your chat?
So I've got the custom GPT instructions already uploaded in here. So it gave me a Gamma prompt. So it's writing it right now. The prompt.
Yeah. This is
so good.
And
then you just copy paste it.
And then the code is already in here. So I just copy the code and I'm going to paste that directly into Gamma.
Kelly, you do like working for Josh? just out of like, you enjoy it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just
love
it.
Just let me know.
So many times
she couldn't hear you. Her internet just went down permanently.
So many times I have people they're like, hey, what's the prompt for that? What prompt? Like, what is the prompt? ChatGPT is really good at prompts. Like, go to chat and have it write a prompt.
Literally all you say is, hey, I am trying to create a custom prompt for Gamma. Please help me to create it. These are the things that I want to include. And then every single time it gives you the answer or the output, you have to be like, okay, but is there anything else I should include? And it'll always give you more stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
It don't get me wrong. Like,
I'm not techie and I was able to do this. So
and we still tweak the prompts, right? Because you put it in, you don't get something you like. You still go back in and tweak the prompt that chat gave you, but it usually cuts out a ton of time getting chat to write you prompts.
Mm-hmm. So from here, I'm just going to copy that, and then I will take it to
Gamma.
Yeah, and so
real time, everybody.
Yeah, I just go right to Gamma, and let me move y'all's pictures out of the way. I'm going to create new. We're going to paste in text because that's what we have. We've got to paste. So paste in text. I'm going to do a presentation. So if you want a beautiful guide like that, do a presentation. Copy, type, or paste your content in here. So I'm pasting that prompt that ChatGPT gave me for it. I'm going to scroll down. We're going to generate from notes or an outline because that's what we have. And right here, it turned rough ideas and bullet points into beautiful content. That's exactly what I want to do. And so then I go to my prompt editor. It's so step-by-step, like you can't mess it up. So I like the detailed view. This will be kind of where your preferences come in. I did a concise one last week just to break it down a little bit more, take some of the visuals out of it. But I prefer detailed. And you can see here that Gamma has already, because of the prompt, it knows that it's writing for home buyers and local stakeholders in Green Cove Springs, Clay County, seeking a visual community overview. So the tone is already in there. It took it from the prompt. You can change colors, whatever you want.
So like you would set your brand colors to be the theme.
AI image models. So if you don't have images, it will placehold them for you with AI, and it does that by default. But the photos at first were not great. So I asked chat, like, hey, how can I make these AI images look more realistic? Because these are looking way too AI for me. So it created a custom, you want to go to custom style. And so chat GPT gave me this prompt: high resolution photorealistic image that looks like it was captured with a professional DSLR camera. Realistic lighting, shadows, lifelike textures. Y'all, that wasn't me. That was chat.
You didn't write all that? No.
No, not at all. So from here, it's got everything in, and then I'm just going to click generate and watch how fast this does it, you guys.
If I had this in middle school, I would have passed, it would have been great.
So here it goes.
Oh, look at it. Look at it go. This is wild.
Yeah, I'll just watch this all day.
It's so satisfying.
I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure the next step is Terminator, though.
It's like visual ASMR.
And now we're feeding it all of the information about our communities. It knows exactly where the houses are. Yeah,
that's right. Even knows what agents to call.
It'll be fine.
I'm glad my career field is not digital design, because I'd be out of a job.
Well, I mean, not to rabbit hole, but there's two sides to that coin, right? If your job is digital design, you just figured out how to scale and help way more people in a way shorter amount of time.
And so while it finishes building, it's still generating, but this is an AI created image.
Yeah.
That's AI. It's wild to me, because that can stay here in my presentation if I don't have actual images from the community.
All right. Just on overall strategy, I know like a lot of this stuff is somewhat new. You guys have done the local news stuff, crushed it, gotten a massive audience, figured out poll engagement, crushed that, and now we're on to guides. So we don't have like a ton of data on best performing guides and that stuff at the moment, right?
No, the first one we did got 256 opt-ins, the one on the farm community. From there, I don't even know how many conversations happened from it.
Yeah.
But we did get 6 leads. And when we say leads, we mean leads that we have spoken to, got their phone number, and connected with them over a text message and handed off to an agent on our team. So
Those are legit leads, not just like hand raisers.
Legit. Like, I have their phone number. They weren't just an opt-in. We have spoken to them, and then agent on our team has spoken with them.
All right. So we have a bunch of questions in the chat around, are you asking for an email for the guide? Or what are you asking for in return for them to get your guide? And are you using ManyChat for the guide? So let's walk through. You make all of these guides for every single neighborhood in all of St. Johns County and Jacksonville, Florida, right? So now you have 4,000 guides. Is this all comment this and then you just send them the link, or what does that workflow look like?
Yeah, so we thought long and hard about it. This is really intentional. We decided not to ask for emails. So and maybe that's different for you. We don't have a strong email marketing campaign. So for us, email, it doesn't make sense for us to get emails. We don't have a strong email marketing campaign yet. That will come, but we're building this in phases. So what is most important to us and what is our goal is to get them off the platform and get into communication with them. So all conversion happens in conversation. We're using ManyChat to get into conversation.
Okay, so on a post.
Just real quick, to clarify, you're just having conversation with them in Instagram DM, not getting the email, just sending it to them. So the conversation will continue. And then you're going right to, I'm assuming, phone call, buyer consultation appointment, and just talking to them.
Yeah. So this is all super new. We're brand new to ManyChat.
Kelly, I think you have kind of dropped a little bit of gold that I don't think people realize. Like, this is an opportunity to just give somebody something. It's going to make them far more likely to talk to you. Like, maybe there's some times where you want to grab an email and all that, but on the same hand, there's a lot of power in not adding any friction to the conversation. Somebody said, "Hey, if you comment this, you get this."
And
Then I
then you
comment
actually get
that,
it.
and I have to give you my email. I'm like, wait a second, why don't you just send it to me? Right? So there's a ton of value in not getting email, not anything, just actually having the conversation, converting straight from DMs.
Well, and what I liked what she said earlier is she's like, we don't have a strong email campaign yet. So why would we ask them for their email to then not send them anything? Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right. So where do we excel? We excel at getting into conversation with people and converting from those conversations. So how do we make that happen? That's our goal. So this is beyond kind of the scope of Gima, but we're really working on the back end of MiniChat to set it up to auto communicate as much as possible so that we can hop in with those really hot hand raisers and go from there.
And I'll also say there's no right answer. Like, you're not wrong for getting email addresses and building the database, like, also that way. But I just want you to understand the power in not getting the email, just sending them what they asked for and keeping that conversation going. And
like if we were Bill Olson and had like an amazing newsletter campaign, we would be getting emails for sure. That's just not our strategy.
And so a couple of things, just to zoom out real quick, because I know everybody wants to dive in. They want to see your ManyChat. They want to see all the things. A couple of things that I'm hearing. One, I love the non-friction. Two, we got to figure out what good guides are. And a lot of times it's not the guide you want people to want to download. We have to give them the guide that they actually want. And so, Josh, you guys had the unique thing of that 10-acre farm. Like, that's a unique thing people want. And so knowing your audience, knowing what content to put in front of them is how we grow an audience. And knowing what guides they're actually going to want is going to be important. And so your first time home buyer guide, like, for a lot of your guys' audience, is not going to be top of their list. Like, figure out what guides are going to get the most downloads.
Well, and so one thing that we started doing with our local news is every single Friday, I'm reviewing all of my posts for the week, and anything that has more than 10,000 views, we're making into a carousel post, right? So anything that was popular from the previous week, we're posting the next week as a carousel. And so now my thought is like, could I also make a guide for every single one of these where just more information that they could read? Because I'm not doing great with the email list. Like, we've got an email list, but we're not sending it to them regularly enough. But like, I could very easily make a workflow for these guides to happen for top stories, for top neighborhoods. Yeah. Like, there are so many different things that you could do.
Yes.
I've got a lot of things churning up top.
And Chelsea's question actually was a better answer to what I was trying to say anyways.
Yeah.
Which is where are you posting these to get people to reach out? Like, if Bill makes good content and makes a video that he knows is going to do well about some new development, the guide you're making is about the development. And that's where everybody watches this video about the development and it says comment horses for the horse farm development guide. And so the content dictates what the guide is. And again, I just need you to think about it differently, because I know you guys are all going to send me your videos and you're gonna be like, why hasn't anybody downloaded my guide? Like, don't think about the guide you want to make. Have the content that works and figure out what guide goes with that content. It's like when we're thinking about YouTube, Mr. Beast comes up with his thumbnail and title before he ever thinks about making a video. He's like, what's the thumbnail and title that's going to work? Then he goes and makes a video. Don't think about your guide ideas right now. Think about the content, the video that does the best, the videos you're doing that are doing the best. And then what guide can you make for those videos?
So here's an example. If you're a healthcare worker, school staff, first responder, public safety, court employee, childcare worker, military, then you fall under the category of hometown heroes. I created a guide explaining everything. Just comment first and I'll send it right over. Then you see
that's a good one. Now, you know what? Scratch everything I just said, because that's something that you probably saw and was like, hey, I should totally make a guide for this.
Well, yeah, I hate to This just was the first one that I found that had a comment this, and I'll send it right over. But
Guess who made
Josh-
that post and didn't actually have a guide?
Kelly's like, I know it
This
was
guy.
you. So obviously, whatever, but I would recommend setting up like 5 or 6 responses. Hey, sending it over. Hey, check your inbox. Hey, whatever. And then I'd also recommend later going through and liking the comments too.
That's good.
Maybe that's
and
a
then that
VA
follow-up message in the DM, that's really good, Katie. That follow-up message was not, hey, so you're looking to buy a home? It was like, oh, so cool. What career in the hometown heroes categories are you in? And so then that's more personal and relational in the DMs. And they're like, oh, I'm a nurse. Oh, I'm a firefighter. So don't go for the kiss too fast in the DMs.
Josh, every time I get together with you, you're always
Trying to kiss you?
Trying to tell him to not kiss you. Wait, what?
Yeah, no, but it's Josh. You know me. You can't hit on that point enough. It's like Adam makes this video. He's like, download my guide. They message him for it. Like, we have to do everything in our realtor body to not say, are you thinking about buying or selling? Right? Like, we have to just be having these guides start a conversation, because remember, we're talking about strangers on Instagram. They're already hesitant to send you a message about anything. So they finally send you a message because they really want this guide that you have. Like, make them not feel weird by just having a easy conversation. Whatever the easiest thing to talk about is, talk about that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the one that we did, that farm community, it's millions of dollars to live here. They only have 11 of these lots. So we knew that a lot of people would be interested, but there's not going to be a lot of people who are qualified to purchase them. So we had to go into the back end and say, okay, how are we going to orchestrate this conversation? What is it going to look like? Because most of these people are just nosy. They just want to know. So how do we swing that into a conversation about real estate, even if they're not interested in this specific community? We just need to be in conversation with more people.
And Jackie asked, I think it's good to clear up. Are you just sending them the Gamma link, like the link from Gamma?
Yep.
Okay, so not hosting it somewhere else, nothing, just sending them the link from Gamma.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it even says gamma.com. If you wanted to be fancy with a bit.ly or something, you can to make it look a little prettier, but I'm sending them the straight Gamma link.
Not to add more work to your plate, but like, I think of Erica Wolf, you could basically put these onto your website, host them embedded in your website, and then if you wanted to retarget them because they visited joshrogers.com or whatever the team website is. Something like, I send people to my website all the time. I'm not retargeting them, but like, I could if I wanted to. It's the opportunity is there.
Really good. We're going to do that.
Terry, what you got?
So about the website. On there is the option to create it for website. Will it put it on the website automatically if you give them your website? Or do you still have to go in the back end and do that?
I haven't played with website because I've just used it for creating these guides. I did play with it a little bit to create carousel images. If we wanted to start using it to create those carousel images, I didn't get very far with that. But website, to answer your question, I don't know because I haven't played with that.
Sounds like you've got some homework, Kelly.
One phase at a time.
All right.
Drop a 7 in the chat if your brain is spinning right now with ideas of things to do.
I think we need a 10. Just forget the 7.
Yeah. Okay. So what I would say is, do you guys have a post that has already performed well that you could do a follow-up post with a ManyChat on? Do you have a post talking about a community? Do you have a listing? Do you have something that you could already create that hey, this post got 200,000 views, and so now this could be something that I could do a lead magnet for?
And I'd also like to take some friction out, Katie. You don't have to get a ManyChat set up. Like, if you have a post that did well and you're going to recreate it, like, say, comment, whatever. If you get 20 comments, you could respond to 20 comments if you have to. So don't let ManyChat slow you down.
Mm-hmm.
True. Frederick said listing video. I think like people probably aren't going to click on a property website, but they may click on like the guide for the neighborhood and area,
Yeah,
you
I
know?
like that. Yeah. Yeah,
I mean, they
something,
might check on the neighborhood. But
whatever. And the other piece is like your top topical video, right? Your top video about something is much easier to recreate. So if Bill just did update or did a video on a development and it blew up, it's like go do another video on the same development, like something happened or crazy thing, Bill, you just go do practically the same video again. Right? Like we get in our head like, oh, we already did that one. If you guys are doing the REVB challenge, you're doing a video a week, nobody's going to remember the video you posted 2 weeks ago. Nobody's going to see that and be like, didn't Bill already make a video about this? You're the only one that thinks that. And so just go recreate your top performing video that's about a topic and then have a guide for it.
I just dropped in the chat for you guys. I worked with ChatGPT to be like, hey, what are all the things that I could create gammas for? So I just put that list in there for you and kind of like the squatters. I love that. That's super specific. But you can create these guides to be anywhere in the funnel. So you've got top of funnel. I think somebody said like local Christmas tree farm guide. So seasonal guides like that are going to be very top and just kind of your goodwill for your larger community. But you can, niche that funnel down to more specific, like this specific community guide. So I dropped what chat gave me and also some ideas that our team came up with for what we could use gammas for. And then the last thing, if you have buyers coming into town, this was something that I was like, this would be really cool. But if you have customers coming in from out of town or even in town, you can create a personalized itinerary for them. And I feel like that would be
good.
Special and go a long way.
Yeah, you could have a note taker taking notes on every conversation you have with them and take that, put it in a notebook LM and say, hey, make the guide for these people coming into town and then put that into Gamma. It'd be amazing.
So taking a look at this list that Kelly dropped, first of all, what you're going to do is instead of requesting access, you're just going to click here on make a copy. So you're going to file, make a copy, and then you can make your own copy, or you can download it in whatever format you want to your own computer. But I would ask chat that I want to make a real estate lead magnet. And here are the sections that I want to focus in on and use all of the sections. And then say, like, what should I do for Houston, right? Or what should I do for insert your city here? And get those from there.
Bella, what you got?
I'm just going to say before I forget, because Kelly did touch on something that I actually do. So when I have because I work with a lot of relocation buyers, and then when they come into town, I do create like a customized guide for them, but it's not really custom. So with my template, the only thing that's customized is their itinerary of like our schedule. So that way they have it in hand. But I have like the same template that I use, and it's like the first page is like an introduction, and then all I do is change their name. It's the same introduction for any client. It's talking about like who I am, like where like since I was born and raised here, it's like a good way to kind of like reassure them. And then like I welcome them. It's like a little welcome introduction. And then the second page is typically like the itinerary of like our showings and whatever communities we're visiting. Then on the third, like fourth page, whatever it may be, I include like things to do. So maybe like great restaurants that are around the city, not even just like one specific spot. So that way, depending on what they want to do and if they want to scout, they can. And like coffee shops, like things that people actually care about. And then I target young families. So I include activities for like people with their kids. Like I do the zoo, whatever, the beach, local recommendations coming from a local. And then the last page is like at the end, it's like a note page. So that way they can take notes like while we're visiting different places. But that is a big hit. People love it. Like even if they don't necessarily use it for notes, they're like, oh my gosh, this is so helpful. And I know it's like a little bit with marketing expenses, but you just can go get it printed, bind it, and take it with you. But it's a big hit.
I love that, Bella. We're jumping around here a little bit, but Devin mentioned the custom Google Maps, which are also awesome. So, you could have a QR code on a guide that brings them to the custom Google Maps that have your favorite restaurants on there. And then it's super easy to navigate too. So custom Google Maps, Katie, I'm going to say is one of my favorite, yet I believe underutilized tools for agents to use.
Cool.
That's it. Just my thought. I appreciate your enthusiasm. That was like, you seemed really excited the way you said cool.
That's awesome.
All right, cool. See, did you hear that? That was more enthusiasm. Kelly, what else should we hit on here? Watching these comments.
I do want to show you, and this is just fun, but it's also useful because I didn't have images of a community, and the AI customization for images within Gamma is next level. So I'm just going to show you what I did really quick. So if you don't have images, this is a great option. We don't want to steal people's images is something that we've learned this year.
Don't steal people's images.
Josh, how did that go?
Don't steal people's images.
But this guide is fixing to go out this week.
I'll defer to my attorney.
This guide is going to go out this week. This is where I played with Notebook LM the first time, gathered all the sources, threw it in there, created the prompt, and then Gamma created this. I didn't have any images of the community, so I had to borrow some online, but I don't want to make it so obvious. So what I did, and this is the best, you guys, this photo I took off of the builder's website, and the actual picture of it is a daylight photo. But what I did was the AI, it will ask you if you want to ask AI to, and it will give you options. Remove the bird, add a boat, make it sunset, brighter colors. So what I did was I told the AI to turn it into sunset lighting and add a heron on the bank of the marsh, and it did. And that's what it created. So now it doesn't look like I took it directly off of the builder's website.
Okay, all right.
Kelly.
Josh's lawyer doesn't have an opinion on that for the record.
Kelly, I'm looking at this and I'm seeing something that I noticed today when I was trying it, and it's that Gamma uses these shades of green, like it's their go-to colors. So if everybody just doesn't change their colors, they're all going to look alike, and everybody's going to know they came from Gamma because they didn't change the theme colors.
Yeah, you can
might want to do that.
Yeah, you can change the theme to any color that you want, and it will usually give you the option to change the colors. And so I picked green specifically for this one. The other one I picked like an orange one, but you can choose your theme. Again, this photo, I took it off the builder website, but I told the AI to add some fluffy clouds to the sky because it was just too clear for me, and it added fluffy clouds. So the AI editing in Gamma for the images is top notch.
And you don't even, what I love about that is you don't even have to go to another platform, because normally it's like just chat and it gives you like a bird instead of clouds. You're like, that's not what I asked for. Same thing with Canva, right? Or you could, take it to Nano or whatever, but it's like, I like that it's just all in the same place, and it just makes it a lot easier and user-friendly in my opinion.
Yeah.
Cool.
Can I hop in?
Stuff.
No.
We've been waiting for you to hop in, man. What's up?
My commitment to Kelly was I was not going to talk a lot today. And I hope I've been doing well. Kelly, did I pass?
You've done so good.
It's very much appreciated.
So now let's put on our sales and marketing strategy hat. And this is what we learned. Kelly and I love experimenting and then just taking action and then seeing the results, because that's the only way for us to see what the audience does. When we got the 250 opt-ins on that farm community, we gave them the guide, and this is what we learned. Hold something back that would be the natural next thing they would either need or want. So on the guide, it gave them all the details about the property, the prices, the covenants and restrictions, But what did it not give them that is incredibly important? It didn't give them the lots, the lot maps. And so that natural follow-up to our guide, because guess what? If you give somebody everything, then they no longer need you. We always got to keep something up our marketing sleeve. And so our follow-up was, hey, what'd you think? What are your thoughts? Are these too big for you? Or would you like to see the actual lots themselves, the 10-acre lots and the diagram? So that gives us a reason to continue the conversation and to continue to engage. So that would be my other side off recommendation is when you build out the guide, keep something up your sleeve to continue to offer them down the road.
Well, and it goes back to what we were saying where, look, the normal squeeze page mentality, we like to squeeze people, right, is Austin makes the guide and says, DM me if you want it and give me your email if you want it, right? He sends me a message and we squeeze them.
That was good.
We don't like that, right? So it's great to be able to, Austin sends me a message. I just send him exactly what he asked me for. We have a little conversation. And then I say, well, let me know if you want all the lots. Cool. I sent them something. We talked like humans. He's asking me for something that he wants. Now I get his email. Now I get a phone call. Now I text it to him, whatever it is. But it's better. Katie, we just squeeze too soon. Like, take it easy before we squeeze.
As Mark said, I appreciate you showing us action while you said that.
You're welcome, Mark. Anything to keep Mark excited.
All right. What is the first guide you guys are going to create? Drop it in the chat. What is the first guide you're going to create? Drop it in the chat.
Should be based on what your best content is.
Or your most frequently asked question. Like if you're slow on the creating of content, or you're finding your groove on creating of content, like, do you have a farm? Do you have an area that you sell a lot in? Is there a new community that just got built? Like, is there something that you could do? We have 125 people on the call, and I have not gotten enough people in the chat telling me what they're going to do. Thank you.
Love it. Love it. My right down, we have Mystic Village right by our house, and they just put up all their Christmas lights. And so I should go do the Christmas lights in Mystic Village and then say, hey, if you want a guide for best Christmas lights in the area, DM Santa.
Tim, in our chat, and I think this is so good, in our chat, you're like, hey, and we also need to make our titles a lot more engaging and curiosity striking. So can you talk more about that? And chat can help us with that.
Yeah. I mean, I think and this is a little different because a lot of this stuff, like if you're blasting out a Facebook ad trying to get a download, you got to be really good with a hook. And so that's where it's like 7 secrets the locals of Mystic know, or 8 things I've learned selling 250 homes in Mystic, or not homebuyer guide, right? Like you got to have something that's juicy, that creates curiosity, that does something there. Or 3 reasons not to buy in Mystic. Like that's the actual homebuyer guide people will download, or the 4 mistakes I've seen, the 4 most common mistakes I've seen homebuyers make in Mystic, Connecticut. Like that type of title I think does better. And then, Josh, to your point, I think you can have fun there, but I think most of us, to get the most amount of downloads from a video, like we got to figure out, I think, dialing in what content, what video we're doing deserves a guide. And so you guys are in that process now. Bill, you're doing some of this, like what content deserves a guide, because not every video, I don't think, is going to get one. And so the things I would be thinking about is what content's going to be the most engaging, interesting, and do the best. And then also what content deserves a guide. So if the new taco place is going to do the best, you could do best tacos in Mystic as a guide, but maybe it doesn't need one, right? Maybe you should save your guide for the video on the development.
Well, I mean, and I think that like for most of us that are doing the news break, at least for like Josh, Bill, and I, like we cover all of the things and then real estate. And so like in my mind, it would be anytime you're going to do a real estate post on a real estate development, you do the real estate thing. because like it's weird to me
Yeah.
if I highlight a new taco place opening and then be like, and if you want every taco in Houston, then comment here. Like I want to highlight the taco place because like that's why they collab it and why they DM me and why I get invited to things is because like I'm highlighting that one business.
Yeah.
So like I think
you
I
don't
would
want
just say
I mean, people have a tough time inviting you to anything. So the fact you're
I
getting,
know
mess that
I'm
up.
getting invites from people. They don't know me is the thing. It's like they don't
So-
know me yet.
Yeah, and so here's what I don't want to do. I do want to touch on this because it's going off in the chat. I think it's great. Like how many is too many? Like I don't want to slow you guys down and have you overthinking about making guides. Just make them, because if Ray does make a guide for every single video he does, he's going to learn a lot more about how maybe he should pace guides in the future, right? So don't let overthinking get you out of action, but I'm just going to give you my thoughts on this stuff. So I've seen amazing pages that get amazing engagement. And you go to the comment sections and every single post has a ManyChat on it and there's no conversation happening in the comments. And so just know, like when you do a DM Santa for the Christmas lights, like you are going to also kill the conversation because everybody's commenting Santa. And a lot of the great engagement on a post comes from conversations. So that's what I would say is like, you don't want to do a guide for every single post because you still want to have great comment sections. That helps with your engagement and everything else. You don't want to do like people to get DM fatigue for just DMing you for these guides all the time. So you got to find what your balance is. But the best way to find your balance is to do too many of them. Like it's far easier to find your balance because you went and did way too many guides than it is like, I did one this month. Maybe that's too much, right? So the fastest way to find out is to send too many and pull back than it is to ramp up. But that's just my guide ideology.
Tim, what great advice. How what in your life do you do too much of and then have to pull back? Cookies.
Nothing. That's why I'm giving that
Cookies.
advice, because I've got the other part down. Like I am really good at the other approach. That's my specialty.
All
Did
right.
you create a guide for that?
I could, yeah.
Okay, dropping all of the links in one chat in chat. The replay will be in school. Gamma and Notebook LM are linked in here. The real estate lead magnet ideas list, and then the custom GPT prompt for Gamma. And the links from Kelly will be in the replay in school.
So much good stuff. Can we drop some twos in the chat for how awesome Kelly is coming on here and giving us all this good stuff?
I think 10.
Aw, thank you.
Amazing work. And so look, we've got a bunch of resources are in school. So I love you guys on Facebook. We're getting some good comments, some good conversation there. If you're not there, make sure you're there so you're getting better guidance on what we're doing. But just know, as you ask for things, we're going to send you over to school because that's the easiest place to keep the resources and whatnot. So I don't want to slow you down from engaging anywhere, but Facebook group and school, we love to see you there. We love seeing the videos, so keep them rocking.
You join school by clicking the first link, school.com/RevB.
Katie, I love this. Is great.
What? The
cleaning lady behind you.
Yeah.
I was just going to ignore it.
we ignore nothing on this call.
What do you mean?
It's good.
At least
good.
it's not a vacuum.
That's fair. All right. That's
Tim,
it.
is this your new office?
This is the
Same
same
office.
office. I just finally got a background, which is fun.
Still work in progress.
Still work in progress. I got work to do. Yeah. And I love somebody noticed the Star Wars picture behind me. Yeah. Funny enough, since we're over time, everybody's essentially done anyways. My partner in my office down here in Connecticut had it in his office. He's like, you know what? I'm going to take this home. And then he left it by the door. And so I took it home and put it in my office. And I'm waiting for him to see me on a call and be like, that's my painting. So we'll see what happens. Typical me stuff. That's what I do.
Tim, are you dropping weight or is it the camera?
It's definitely the camera. Definitely not losing anything. Yeah, no, especially with Thanksgiving coming up.
Did you read all those books?
What's that?
Did you read all those books behind you?
You know how to read.
It's actually in my dad's book collection. All right. So I haven't, no. But there's a bunch of them that are like from 1902 or something.
You can't pull the dad
Oh,
joke.
yeah, I'll pull the dad thing out.
Group call.
There's my dad's books. Don't make fun of me. Yeah. Anything else in our post?
I'm just gonna end.
This is your chance, community. Like, what do you got for our post call banter? That's what people hang out for. That's why Mark's here. He just wants to.
We're booking our hotel rooms for Nashville.
Nice. Did anybody? There's one like $5,000 a night 2-story massive villa, and I did not book it, and I'm just interested to see if anybody does.
You can book that for the party on first day.
Right? Darren, are you going for it?
I said I think Brad's got it. So, but he asked if I'd be his roommate.
That's fair. I think he was asking about that. He was like, yeah, watch out for that. I don't know.
Does Tim have an echo?
Do I?
I don't know if it's Tim.
It sounds like everybody has an echo. Or are these voices in my head?
It's everybody except Tim, so it must be Tim.
No.
All right, I muted
Let's
him.
test it now. Yeah, it's definitely Tim.
Busted.
See?
At
It
least
just started, Tim. It just started.
Every friend group has an ugly friend group. So if all your friends are good looking,
it's me. I'm the one.
Yeah, it's echoing now.
What? It's in my headphones. What? I don't.
Now we're not.
It's probably best.
The vacuum cleaner's approaching my office.
Get your Nashville tickets April 8th.
And
REVB.
9th.
Best conference. Best conference of 2026.
Yes. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.